Today we're out here at Avondale Golf Course. Pressure is on here. We're gonna play 9 holes and we're gonna try to break 35. We are also going to answer 9 real estate questions that you might have about the community, North Idaho, and just real estate in general. So excited for this one, excited for you to follow along. All right guys, this is hole 1, 387 yards. There's water about 280, 300 yards out. I'm just gonna hit a 3-wood, try to cut it into the fairway. We'll see what happens. All right, we got a good one there, right down the middle. All right, guys, thank you for following along today. It's a little bit different today. I'm excited. We're playing my home course. I grew up out here, been out here since I was in high school. This is a really good test of golf, but I did want to get into the first question here, the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And that was about interest rates. And we hear a lot, we get this question a lot, will interest rates go down? There's this assumption that, rates right now are 6.8, 6.7, that they're eventually just going to skyrocket downwards. When in reality, I have no idea where rates are going to go. But in reality, during the 1990s, from 1990 to 2000, interest rates stayed consistently at around 6.5, maybe 7% for 10 years straight. Maybe went up and down a little bit, but for the most part, they were around that for years. So as far as waiting on rates to go down and seeing how far they're going to go down, I wouldn't make that your key decision in buying a home because they could stay right around this for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or they could go down right away. Regardless, I just would like you guys to understand that it's not unnormal for interest rates to stay the same for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. And if they do go down, it's probably going to be low 6s, high 5s, mid 5s, and we might not see a 4% or 3% really in the near future, or really in the next 10, 20 years. We just don't know. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about interest rates and thinking about buying a home. All right, guys, good tee shot off the tee there, right in the fairway here. Probably about 120 out is a total guess. So I've got a 54-degree wedge here. Important to fly it all the way there. You've got bunkers short. This is a really cool hole. This is one of the signature holes here. So we'll see how it goes. No. Oh, just on the fringe there, almost nailed a couple geese. All right, guys, good shot there. But yeah, like I said, rates have been hovering around 6.5, 7%. I don't want to make any claims that I know what I'm talking about, or I'm not a mortgage lender. But I think if you're deciding to buy a home and waiting on rates to get into the 4s and the 3s, I'd really encourage you to potentially look past that and just understand that it isn't normal for rates to just go down 2-3%, in a year or two. Sometimes it takes years and years and years for that to kind of adjust. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, first hole, we got a putt for birdie here, probably about 20 feet or so, 25 feet from the fringe. A little right to left here on the putt. A little downhill, the greens are fast here, and we'll see how it goes. Oh no, sit. We got a par putt here, left to right, uphill. Not what I wanted to give myself here, coming in. Got it. Woo, got the par. All right, guys, second hole here. So the next question is, that we hear a lot is, am I buying at the top of the market? Do you think that home prices will go down? And the answer to that is, first off, whenever you're buying a home, have your realtor do a market analysis on any home that you're looking to purchase, and see if the price is right. If the price is right and you can get it, at where it should be or close to where it should be, historically we know that real estate appreciates 2, 3, 4% over time. And it's unlikely that will go down, especially if you're going to hang on to your home 3, 4, 5 years or more. it should be able to ride any ship. I always go back to, you know, my wife's grandparents bought a home in Dalton Gardens here, which is a really popular area, for $30,000 in 1969. You know, back then they never would have imagined that home prices would be $750,000 to $1 million, that same house. And so just like now, it's hard for us to imagine that homes would be 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 in 20, 30 years. That same thing could happen. I think we got to keep that in mind. But if you're willing to hold on to a home for 3 to 5 years or more, if it's priced right, and we can prove it with the market analysis, I wouldn't be afraid to make an offer on it, and just knowing that prices will go up 2-3% per year over the course of time. All right, guys, this is hole 2, about 130 yards, par 3. This is the signature hole at Avondale here. It's a beautiful hole. You got the waterfalls, the river flowing through, a pond on the right. Just a short little par 3, but it can be a little bit tricky. So, got a 52 here. See how it goes. Looking pretty good. A little long there. But back of the green, putting for birdie. We got about 20 feet, maybe 15 downhill here. I think a little bit left to right for birdie. Let's see if we can get our first bird of the day. Sit. Not bad. All right, guys, hole 3 here, par 4, about 300 yards, so it is drivable. I've got the driver in hand. Tight course, which is common here in Idaho, especially at Avondale. There's out of bounds 17 out of 18 holes here, so just try to hit a nice little cut here, get it up there towards the green, and see what we can do. Oh, hang on. All right, just right of the green there in the sand trap. Not too bad. We'll take it. All right, another question we get is, how do I keep my payments as low as possible? And really the best answer to that is, you know, something I'm doing right now too in buying a home is, you know, negotiating seller credits. That's definitely one of the few things we can do to potentially keep our payment down as much as possible. So right now, if we negotiate our offer and we include seller credits for your closing costs, for example, if we offer $500 on a home, but we ask the seller to pay for $10,000 of our lender closing costs, or 15 or so, or 20, 25 in some cases, your lender can take that and use it to buy your interest rate down, whether you do a 3-2-1 buy down, a 2-1 buy down, or just a buy down, whatever's best for you. It's a great way to get your payment a little bit lower. So for example, right now, I'm buying a $700,000 home, and I got a $25,000 credit from a builder, and we're doing what they call a 2-1 buy down. And so the lender's taking a lot of that closing costs and using it to buy down our rate. So for the first year, our interest rate is at 4.8%, and so our payment is probably about $400 or $500 lower than it should be, maybe a little bit less. And in the second year, our payment might go up a couple $100 or so, but our interest rate will be 5.8%. And then in our third year, it goes up to the rate right now, which is 6.8%, and it stays there for the full 30 years. That's one way to do it, and your payment just gradually goes up, so it's a nice way to kind of get into something. Or you can buy down your interest rate entirely to just maybe 5.9 or 5.8. Again, those are just numbers. You know, I'm not your lender. That's just kind of generalizing there. But negotiating seller concessions is definitely, you know, in this market, something you can do, and really the best way to buy or keep your monthly payment as low as possible. All right, guys, got that pin high on my drive here, which is great, but we got a little sand shot here, so we'll see how it goes. It's a little rusty, so wish me luck. Oh no, sit. Overshot it a little bit, but still got a putt for birdie. Now you've seen you've seen 2 or 3 holes of Avondale, you know, whether you're from here, you've been out here, or you're from out of state. Watching, you know, this is a public golf course. You know, it's for the value and everything, and the condition and shape it's in, the shape the greens are in. It's really one of the best tests around here, and honestly, probably the best public course here in the area. So definitely check out Avondale when you're in town. All right, we got another 25 footer for birdie here. Kind of a bummer, couldn't take advantage of the drivable par 4. We'll see if we can make this though. Oh, sit. Oh no. Pulled it just barely. Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts. Man. Okay, gotta get one back. All right, guys, coming off a bogey on an easy par 4. We gotta make one up now. This is a 390-yard par 4. This is probably the toughest hole on the course. You got out of bounds left, nothing good on the right. Didn't really do myself any favor with that bogey, so I've got 3-wood. I'm gonna try to cut it a little bit, keep it in the fairway, and hope for the best. We got a little raindrops coming now, so test is getting a little interesting. Got it. Sit. Sit. Oh no. A little long there, but it feels good to hit that one straight. Questions we get a lot, of course, is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? And obviously that depends on the price point. But you know, for the most part, it feels like a really balanced market, unless you're in the 400 to 450 price point in Idaho. You know, anything outside of that is just give or take. If a home is priced well and the seller intentionally does that, there's going to be buyers that are going to come out and make an offer to or multiple offers on it. But for the most part, it's fairly a balanced market. A little bit of a confused market. Definitely key to have an agent that's experienced and knows how to navigate that. You know, it seems like buyers don't really know. Buyers feel like they have control and that they can ask for anything in their inspection or they can negotiate as much as they want. And on the other end, it feels like sellers are not wanting to negotiate, but there's sort of this stalemate sometimes, which makes it a little more of a difficult market to potentially just kind of navigate. It's not as clear as it used to be. But if you're in that 450 range, you know, it definitely is a competitive market still. But anything outside of that, it depends on the price, condition, and location, how well the seller prices it. But really, compared to how it was 3, 4, 5 years ago, obviously it's way different. It seems like it's a fairly balanced market, and you know, balanced meaning, you know, that buyers don't feel like necessarily, buyers and sellers don't really know who has control, and it's kind of a in between right now when you negotiate. So again, in certain price points, the seller's market. But for the most part, it's pretty balanced. When you get up to the higher price points, $1 million, 1.2, 3, 4, depending on, you know, the type of property and location, it definitely becomes more of a buyer's market. Buyer's market meaning buyers have control, kind of over sellers on what to negotiate, what to do, and days on market, and things like that. I mean, for the most part, you're seeing 30, 40 days on market until a home gets an offer, kind of between that 400 to 600 to 700 price point, maybe sooner than that. That higher price point might sit for a little bit longer, 90 days potentially, unless it's priced really well. But like I said, a balanced market for sure. We got a little bit of trouble here, tree trouble, kind of right at the hole. We can't go directly towards it. So I just got 8-iron. I'm gonna punch out, just try to go for the up and down. Not the worst place on this hole. I could have been out of bounds, but we don't have a clear shot at the green, so we're just gonna play it safe. Oh, shoot, sit. We got lucky there, just avoided the trap. So we're all right. Pressure is on here. I really got to get up and down here. This being my first golf YouTube video, a little bit more pressure than I thought, so I'm glad the whole world can see kind of the roughness of my game here. But we'll see what we can do here. Fast green, just got to kind of land it about 5 feet past the fringe here. Sit, 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 sit. That's really not bad. I kind of pulled that one off. So see if we can get a par here. All right, guys, like I said, on the tee box, this is probably the hardest hole in the course. Probably, in my opinion, #1 handicap. I think it is the #1 handicap. So it'd be nice to get a par here. Got a little downhiller, a little left to right. See if we can sneak away with one here. Got it. That stroke felt good. So making a par there is, to my opinion, like making a birdie. So those of you that aren't from here, you know, just a little bit about this area. Obviously, we're in Hayden, Idaho, Hayden Lake. This is kind of just a quiet, Hayden's kind of just a quiet area, sort of like a suburb of Coeur d'Alene. Lots of trees, lots that have, you know, more yard, bigger lots. It feels like this is an area people come to retreat. And then back in this little area, there's Avondale Golf Course, Hayden Lake Country Club. Hayden Lake is kind of the major lake up here in Hayden. This is definitely just a place where if you come to relax, there's animals, deer everywhere, lots of wildlife, nature. It's just a really, really cool place. It's probably one of my favorite places in the area. We love to go to the Porch over here, a nice restaurant that I would recommend going to if you're in town. But Hayden Lake, definitely a must-see. And if you're looking in this area, you can kind of see, you know, as we're playing the course here, you know, Avondale Golf Course, a lot of homes that are built in like the 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s, but a lot of them have been remodeled. I'd say prices are anywhere from $600 to about $1 million on Avondale Golf Course. But it's really a beautiful community and a great area. We've got hole 5 here. It is about 390 yards, big dog leg right here. We kind of just aim for the sand trap ahead of me, hit an iron off the tee, get it in play here off the fairway, and go from there. So again, you know, trying to break 35. I'm currently 1 over, so I've got to make up some ground. Try to make a birdie. We got plenty of golf left. We'll take it. Right down the middle. Again, like I said, Avondale has out of bounds on 17 out of 18 holes. Every hole out here has out of bounds almost, right? Except for 18, or number 1, sorry. These 4, 5, and 6 feel like kind of the Aemon corner of North Idaho, in my opinion. You got tight holes, you know, easy to make mistakes, easy to make big numbers here. I played here in college. I played here in high school. I played at North Idaho College for a year, and you know, a lot of the college golfers would come here from other places and see the scorecard, how short the course is, and kind of laugh at it before they play it. But once they got out here, you see some big numbers out here. So it's definitely a player's course. It's a great test of golf. All right, again, I'm just generalizing here, but I've got probably about 160 yards or so. Don't have a rangefinder today to make it harder on myself. So I've got 8 iron in hand. Yeah, pins in the middle here. Here we go. Sit. Oh no. Didn't account for the fly or lie there. We are in trouble. Airmailed the green here. Like I said, just kind of a dumb shot, but still got an opportunity. Luckily got a clear path to the hole. I'm just gonna try to flop one on the fringe and hit one close here. So we'll see how it goes here. Oh, not enough spin on that one. Probably a little long. But we got a putt for par. All right, highest point on the golf course here. This green is always a little different than most. Got about probably a 25 footer for par here. Probably not much on this. Be nice to sneak this one in, walk away with a par. Dead straight. No break there. Another bogey. All right, on to the next hole. So just another little tidbit. Just, let's talk about the weather this time of year. It's June 27th, 26th today. Really, the days are really long right now. It's 7 o'clock-ish right now, and it'll be light for a couple more hours. Temperature is like 80 degrees, 85 degrees, maybe 75, maybe sometimes 90. It gets light early at 4:30. Right now it feels really nice. There's really no humidity here, not a lot of it at least. No real like mosquitoes or anything. I mean, this time of year, North Idaho is really beautiful and awesome, especially being out here at Avondale. I mean, you could smell people making food, you could smell barbecues. I mean, it's kind of the life out here. So definitely the place to be. But anyway, we're on hole 6, just coming off a bogey from just kind of a poor decision. So this is a 370-yard hole, dogleg right. You can't really see him. It's kind of a blind tee shot here. You got to kind of cut an iron off the tee, get it out there about 200 yards, 220 yards. So we'll see if we can get a birdie here. It'd be a nice one to get. All right, a little right off the tee, but that'll be okay there. That'll be okay. I got about 165 here, coming off of a mistake there on the last hole, missed club. So I got a 9-iron in my hand. I'm gonna just hit it a little bit soft. We got downhill, potentially a fly or lie. Maybe should hit pitching wedge here, but I think just a soft 9-iron is gonna do. So a little bit of tree trouble here. I'm gonna try to just hit it a little left to right to avoid that. Be nice to put this one close. Hit it dead straight. We got that one on the green. We got a long putt. Okay, we hit a green finally, but did not make it easy on myself here. Probably got about 50-footer downhill, left to right breaker. Double tier green here. Yeah, this is, maybe we'll get lucky and make one here. Got the speed right, not the worst putt, but did not get the right break on that. Broke a little bit more than I thought. I'm not making it easy on myself. Got about a 5 to 6 footer uphill, a little bit left to right here. Feels like a must make for sure in order to break or shoot 35. Probably all about speed here. Ooh, got it. Hanging on to a chance, hanging on to a slim chance. That felt good to make that one. We're on hole 7 here. It's a par 5, 507, about 500 yards. This is a dog leg left. You can get there in 2. I'm probably making the wrong choice here with the driver, but I feel like I'm, 2 over par with 3 to go. I got to make something happen. I'm going to try to cut it as close to those trees as possible. Get one out there, give myself a chance to make a birdie or an eagle here. So again, 2 over par with 3 holes to play. So feels like I got to do something here. Make it happen. Sit. Sit. Not too upset at that. Went right into the bunker. Worst places to be. I guess you could always be out of bounds. All right, guys, very simple here. It's definitely a relevant question right now, but how do interest rates affect monthly payments? And the answer to that is simple. The higher the interest rate, the higher your monthly payment is going to be. Obviously, when interest rates were low, 2.5%, 2.6%, the monthly payments were lower. So you could afford a home, maybe that was $500, $600, $700, $8,000 because the monthly payment on it was much lower. Now that rates are in the 6s, right around there, those monthly payments are a little bit higher. For example, you know, maybe 10% down on a $700,000 home right now is probably about $4,200 a month or so. You know, and if that was a 2.5 interest rate, you know, maybe that ends up being $3,400 or, you know, $3,300 a month. Those aren't exact numbers, but if you see the rates even come down a little bit, your payment could change. You know, if it just comes down a tad bit, $20, $30, $40 a month or so. But an easy rule of thumb is when you see those rates go down, that just means that your affordability, your buying power goes up at that point. And that's why we see prices really stay stagnant right now, more so. There's still a tad bit of appreciation here, but for the most part, it's why you see prices go a little more stagnant right now, because rates are hovering at 6.8, 7%, 7.1% for the last 2 or 3 years. If those rates went down ever to 5.5%, 4.5%, you know, if those rates went down to that territory, we'd be rocking and rolling as a market here. Prices would be going up and up and up because affordability would be easier for people. And so again, lower the rate, the lower your monthly payment is on a certain price point. All right, guys, I think we have like 240 here. I think, again, don't have a rangefinder today, but I've got 3-wood. I'm gonna hit a cut shot out of the sand trap. Probably not a smart play here, but I've done it before, so I'm gonna try to do it again. Again, we'll see what happens here. I'm just gonna try to hit a nice cut shot, about 240 yards. Got a lot of, the lip is far ahead of me here, so I don't have to hopefully worry about it too much. Not the easiest of shots here, so let's see if we can make it happen here. It's about that time of the round where I need to make it happen. Oh man, did I pull it off? Looks like it was just left of the green there, short, so hit a good shot there, got lucky. See if we can get up and down for birdie. All right, guys, a little bit more about me. You know, I've been in real estate 10 years here. I'm not born and raised here, but I moved here when I was 16 from Arizona, Phoenix, and went to finish out schooling at Coeur d'Alene High School. Absolutely loved it here. I played on the golf team here. We practiced at Avondale, grew up on Avondale. Went to North Idaho College as well. Played some year there as well, which was a great experience. Right now, again, been in real estate 10 years. Love what I do. We've got a team here. We've got an amazing team. I've got my wife, who's amazing, my 2 kids, one is 6, my boy is 6, my daughter's 8. We love living here in North Idaho. We love the community here. We love the weather. You know, we love the people. It's such a great place to raise a family and just, you know, live your life, honestly. It's quiet here. And, you know, it's definitely a place you go where you see people you know, people wave. You feel safe here. It's really definitely blessed to live here. This is a key moment here. I'm 2 over with 3 holes to play. Chip for eagle. If I can get it up and down, I can get one closer, give myself a better chance here, or even hole it, and that would be awesome. Feeling the pressure a little bit, just knowing people are watching. It's good. It's good to feel the blood turning a little bit. So not a super complicated chip. A lot of room to go. A lot of room to play on the green here. Just about executing, really. And that was not executed. Caught that a little bit heavy. Left myself probably a 25-footer uphill. Still got a birdie putt here, 25 feet uphill. It's still possible. It's not quite hard enough. Again, 2 over with 2 holes to play with a tough par 3. It's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be challenging, but we got a chance still. So let's see what happens here. Okay, 2 holes left. We got hole 8 here, which is about a 200, probably 210, you know, par 3. Probably the toughest par 3 on the course. One of the toughest holes on the course here. Very skinny green, trouble on the left, right. So not the best way to hype myself up, but I see what I can do here. I'll have to make a hole-in-one on my first golf video. I've got 5-iron in my hand. I think that should be plenty of club. Oh, be good. Go, go. Hit the right shot there. That'll work. Probably my best shot of the day right there. 5-iron. Probably got myself probably about a 10-footer for birdie, so we got a chance. All right, guys, let's talk about best ways to improve your home value. Just depends on your price point, of course. I would say one of the best things you can do is front yard landscaping. Obviously backyard landscaping as well. But that curb appeal when you pull up to the home, you know, doing simple things like putting bark down, fresh bark, planting new flowers, you know, things like that of color, just trimming up your front yard, doing simple things like that, getting your landscape ready. You know, we're talking about getting your home ready for the market. I think doing simple things like landscaping, even touching up your front door, your entryway, heavy places of traffic like that with paint. You know, really investing a lot in that first impression is I'm just looking at my ball here because birds are literally moving my ball closer to the hole as we speak. But real estate wise, I would focus on landscaping, that curb appeal when people pull up, making sure your yard looks nice, investing into the landscaping. Obviously things like updating your kitchen and master bathroom and master bedroom are key as well. Definitely recommend focusing on landscaping. I don't know who sent those birds, but somebody who does not want me to shoot 35. There they go. There they go. I think they gave me a little better putt though. I think they moved it this far. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think my ball landed right here and settled like right here, and those birds moved it all the way to here. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but I guess we'll find out. I haven't taken the pin out all day, but I guess I'm doing it on this one. So I actually like this putt better than having a putt over here. It's a little flatter, more uphill. Again, this is my best shot of the day. You got a 10-footer uphill. Maybe less than 10 feet. Not much to this. This is the birdie putt you want right here. All right, this is a must make. Did not hit it hard enough. Still a good par. Still a good par, but again, that's the difference between a 0 handicap and a 4 handicap. I told you my handicap was a 4 to start the day, and I'm at 2 over already, so that's pretty much spot on. All right, guys, last hole of the challenge here, on hole 9 at Avondale, 380 yards, par 4, a little dog leg left. You got the big red barn on the left here. Really awesome hole. You can see the stream behind me here. This is a great time to play this course, but anyway, I'm 2 over on the last hole. The only shot I have is the hole out on my second shot here, so might as well try to set myself up well and get a good tee shot. That'll do it. It's kind of a bummer because I've been swinging it really well today. It's probably the best I've hit the ball in a long time. Just 3 putt on 3, wrong club on 5, and a couple missed opportunities for birdie. That close to it. So. All right, so we're on the last hole. The last question is, are there any good investment opportunities in Hayden? You know, and the answer to that is there's always good investment opportunities, whether you're looking to flip something or rent something or something along those lines. Price points in Hayden are going to be probably anywhere from 600 to up, maybe 700, 800, 900 on average. So if you're looking for just a good value, I mean, you might find a flipper here and there that you can pick up and sell for a decent amount, or you might find an Airbnb in Hayden somewhere, particularly close to the lake. Which would be great, obviously in the summer and probably in the other seasons as well. So I feel like Airbnb is probably one of the better opportunities in Hayden, at least, with just the area, the nature around, the lakes, things like that. Of course, there's always good flip opportunities, I guess, if you could find the right opportunity. But probably the best opportunity here is Airbnb, especially the closer to the Hayden Lake you get. It's kind of that lifestyle, that awesome, awesome place to stay, whether it's Avondale Lake or Hayden Lake. So Again, if you're looking for an investment here or an Airbnb, I think you found a good spot for sure. Okay, fun fact about this, the maintenance barn here, I've probably hit that barn probably 500 times in my life, and so, you know, 80% of the time it kicks back into the fairway. So if you play here, it's not a bad miss over there. But really cool barn. But yeah, definitely has my golf ball imprinted on that. So, and you can see here Avondale. You can see the clubhouse over here, driving range, restaurant in there is really good. They do a great job here at Avondale. Great culture, great setting, really a great family place with a good junior program. You know, shout out to Taylor and Austin, the GM and the head pro here. They do a great job. But I've got probably about 85 yards here. I've got to make this to shoot 35. Crazier things have happened. I guess that's the only chance I've got. So we'll see if we can pull it off. Be fun. Oh no! Got a chance. Oh,
that was close.
Man. Oh, hit the pin. Dang it. I can't believe I hit the pin there. We almost did it. That was perfect. Now we got to make the putt for birdie. Man, almost hit the pin there. Ended up 7 feet away or so. That would have been a great ending. But again, I mean, you kind of see the difference between a 0 handicap and a 4 handicap today. I hit the ball really well. Didn't really hit any bad shots, and still am a couple over par. So see if we can end it with a birdie. Probably got about 7 feet or so downhill here. Not much in this putt here. Maybe a little break to the left. But again, I haven't been reading putts well all day, so who knows? Feels like not a lot in this. This would be a great way to cap it off with a birdie. Actually do something cool for you guys. Oh, jeez. Man. I thought that was going in. All right, another par. That wraps it up. Shot a 37. Couldn't break it today, but stay tuned for future episodes. If we do something like this again, we might have other people out as well. Maybe highlight some other golf courses. Again, shoot us a comment if you have any real estate questions that we missed today, or just something that as a maybe a buyer or seller is on your mind. We'd love to get back to you. We'd love to feature maybe that in a future video. But again, guys, great time out here at Avondale Golf Course. Shout out to them for allowing us to come out here. And yeah, thanks for the team for being out here as well. And we'll look forward to future episodes.